I'll quickly bring you the latest news on the Middle East war. Iran's Supreme Leader Mujtaba Khamenei stated on April 30th they will keep control of the Strait of Hormuz and retain their nuclear missile capabilities. The U.S. Institute for the Study of War analyzed that, judging by such statements, it does not seem likely that Iran will make concessions in negotiations with the United States. Mujtaba Khamenei also discussed collecting passage fees from ships in the Strait of Hormuz that day. Mujtaba Khamenei also emphasized that Iran must continue to possess nuclear and missile technology to protect its territory. Coincidentally, these opinions align with the claims of Commander Ahmad Vaidi. Since Commander Ahmad Vaidi is the only one with private access to Mujtaba Khamenei, we should investigate if this truly reflects Mujtaba Khamenei's view. Also, some moderate figures seem to be gradually agreeing with the Hardliners' stance. Abbas Araghchi, the foreign minister, was one of the leading moderate figures, is known to have fully cooperated with Commander Ahmad Vaidi and followed his orders completely over the past 2 weeks. Also, according to a Washington Post report, after the US and Iran failed to reach an agreement in the first round of negotiations, Iranian officials succumbed to hardliner pressure and lowered the priority of negotiations. This supports the fact that hardliners have effectively taken control of Iran nationwide. Additionally, reports say Iranian officials are intentionally excluding the moderate President Pezeshkian and continuing their work without him. Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei stated in a declaration on April 30th that the presence of US troops stationed in the Persian Gulf region is the most important factor causing regional security instability. He also claimed that the US military bases in the region cannot protect America's Gulf allies. Mojtaba's remarks align with recent Iranian officials' statements seeking to weaken Gulf states' ties with the United States. In fact, an Iranian lawmaker has implicitly threatened that if the United States launches an attack on Iran, Iran will also attack the Gulf states. Iran continues to promote division between the Gulf states and the United States. U.S. Central Command Commander Brad Cooper stated that as of April 29, 3 ships attempting to violate the U.S. blockade were turned away to other locations. Commander Cooper also stated that due to this blockade, Iran was prevented from selling 69 million barrels of oil, blocking more than $6 billion or over 8.6 trillion won in revenue. Commander Cooper said the blockade is highly effective and the US military is fully committed to enforcing it. Hezbollah forces carried out 6 attacks against the Israeli military on April 29, and notably, 5 of them were drone attacks. On April 30, a soldier from Israel's 1st Brigade was killed in Kantara in the Marjayoun district due to an attack by Hezbollah forces. Drone attacks also targeted Israeli artillery vehicles in other areas. Hezbollah launched focused attacks on Israeli artillery units. At this time, due to the drone attack, stored shells exploded together, injuring 12 Israeli soldiers. Hezbollah's drones are hard to intercept and highly accurate, creating issues for the Israeli military. President Trump urged Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu on April 29 to refrain from military activities in southern Lebanon. This appears to be part of the U.S. plan to strengthen the ability to disarm Hezbollah. President Trump told Prime Minister Netanyahu to continue conducting only precision military operations in Lebanon and to avoid a full-scale war. Although a ceasefire began on April 16, the Israeli military continued to carry out airstrikes against Lebanon. The ceasefire agreement says Israel can't conduct offensive military operations, but it permits self-defense against imminent Hezbollah threats. Based on this, the Israeli military continues airstrikes. Since April 29, the Israeli military has launched over 70 airstrikes in southern Lebanon. Axios reports the United States now plans to reinforce the Lebanese military. Since the Hezbollah forces are stronger than the Lebanese military, Hezbollah is not listening to the Lebanese government. Because of this, it seems they are considering strengthening the Lebanese military to prevent this. Israel has warned the US it may restart major military actions in Lebanon in a few weeks. Prime Minister Netanyahu told President Trump that talks with Lebanon would last 2 to 3 weeks. He reportedly requested that the negotiation period be limited. The temporary ceasefire is set to expire on May 17th. Israeli officials have said that if the negotiations do not yield results, the Israeli military will resume its original plan to expand military operations against Hezbollah in Lebanon. Within the Israeli military, they have also stated that this operation is not something that will end in a short period, and they are preparing for a long-term conflict. According to a Reuters report, at least 1 reconnaissance drone operated by Iran-backed Iraqi militias was intercepted by an air defense system near the US Embassy in Baghdad. However, it has not yet been revealed who sent the drone. If there are further updates, I will make a video and upload it. This concludes the video. Thank you.